We can check to see if Nick wants to join. I'm just going to throw the link into the Goof Troop. Boom, there we go. Join us.
What is this thing Nate put in here? He thinks he can be the guy. He thinks he can be the guys that make thumbnails. I have a monopoly on thumbnails.
Give him a thumbs down. Not enough onion rings.
Down.
Thumbs down. I'll be very surprised if any of those fellas join us.
You never know.
Well, we're off to a great start.
Wait, didn't it? That's so weird. It said Nick was doing
as soon as we start recording,
we all go dead silent.
Everybody's fucking silent.
Get fucking stage fright, you know.
I'm looking for someone to join. I don't know if any of these people are going to join. You're right. Philip's definitely not going to join.
You should just throw it in some random server, like completely unassuming, and see if anyone takes the bait.
No,
it's
got to be network homies, man. It's got to be the homies.
Free podcasting.
Yeah. Is Chard going to join us? See if Chard will join us, Jake.
I asked him, but he's not allowed to come up and play. He's also dead tired. He's pretty much the only one who showed up to work today, so he's on his own, so he's beat.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he signed up to do more networking. Everybody's like, we want to do more networking. Who's doing the networking? Just fucking Jake.
Just fucking Jake.
No, I guess how that feels.
Okay.
Jake out here canvassing.
Yeah, I'm door knocking.
Door knocking.
Dude, I just got a fucking Verizon.
Have you heard of the SuperPod network? What?
Some lady knocked on my door and was like, hey, Verizon's got Wi-Fi and internet. And I'm like, oh, shit. I thought you were like one of our friends. Like, this is the only reason I answered the door.
I'm voting for fuck.
I gave us our first like real plug on a somewhat bigger podcast over the weekend. So,
who was it?
Which one?
I was on Still Loading, and I actually got to plug the network at the end.
Nice.
Good shit.
Nice work, man. Preach the word. We're gonna have to start putting off pamphlets. We're gonna go door to door.
Bill's over here doing the Lord work.
I still managed to stutter and fuck it up though, because I was like, the second I'm going over people in the network, I started like going like, I forget.
You don't have to name everybody every single time. Just be like SuperPod Network, SuperPodNetwork.com.
I think I'm
together.
My brain like
Bill's trying to. He's secretly trying to one up us. That's why he does that.
It's true.
No. I have a little text scroll now that I have to keep adding the new people in every time.
It's great, yeah. So, Nintendo added another game to the app, the music app.
Is it Earthbound?
DKC2.
God,
that's
fine.
good. That's good.
I mean, I can
Is
now
it already
loop
there?
No, one was, but not two. So now I can loop Sticker Brush Symphony for an hour.
See, that was the most whelmed I ever was. Like when Will posted, he's like, "Hey, they added new music," and I booted it up and I saw it was Super Mario Wonder.
Mario Wonder,
And
yeah.
What a fucking.
I was like,
on.
I was like, oh, I immediately don't care again and just turned it off.
Immediately
I will
closed the
admit,
fucking app.
I've been using the app, but it's mostly to listen to 10 hours of freaking the Wii Shop music. That's all I ever listen to.
Yes!
That's pretty much it.
The other day at work, I put Aquatic Ambiance on for like an hour, and that was chill. I like.
I downloaded it, but I haven't.
It doesn't have the extend yet, but
I haven't used it, but
will.
I plan on using it whenever I edit the thumbnail art, because every time I do the thumbnail art, I always listen to like lo-fi music. But I was like, I'm gonna just turn on that Nintendo. I'm gonna save it for that moment.
Do the 3DS one,
that's
man.
That's all you're getting, Nintendo.
The 3DS music is so good.
You bitch.
The lawyers are standing by.
How about credit David Wise on this fucking app, please?
Yeah.
It's weird they don't credit anybody.
Tommy
That's
sent me
Nintendo's.
this,
The devs.
It's theirs now.
Tommy sent me this awesome voice message of I was like, Tommy.
Yeah, where's Tommy?
I was like, Tommy, there's a Nintendo music app and they have Wii shit in there, and this is what he said.
Oh my god! Kind of
Is
sound
that
like
from his
crack.
car? It has to be from his car, right?
Yeah, he basically
his
lives
brand
in that
now?
fucking thing. So yeah, I hope so.
No, I like the idea that he's like cradling his baby, you know, like
In his car?
trying to in the car, trying to
Holding it away
give
so
his
it's
wife
not-
a little bit of a break, and then he sees that, and then he has to
Always
put
cite your
the baby
sources.
down. Yeah,
I'm Tommy. Always cite your sources. Red Dead Redemption. Cite your sources. We love you, Tommy.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's right.
Show.
I just
love
love
this
I
podcast in
do
the
I do
car.
like it because
Yeah, dude.
it's nice to see like somebody who actually takes gaming journalism seriously, but not from
Yeah.
like a weird bullshit gooning stance.
Oh, speaking
You
of
know?
gaming
I love
journalism.
Phoenix.
Do you guys want to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about that fucking IGN review of Mario and Luigi Brotherhood?
Me and Zach were arguing with each other. We weren't really arguing.
Yeah, how
but...
dare they have an opinion? How dare they?
I just
Who
love
fucking
garbage,
cares?
dude.
God.
I just love how like people got like so upset, and I was like, "It's IGN. What do you expect?"
I mean, they
What would
gave
they
the
wanna
Sonic
see?
Shadow Generations
A
a
7?
9.
That's
What?
weird. That's weird because they hate Sonic over
Yeah,
there.
and they gave Sonic Shadow Generations a 9, and I was like, "Fuck yeah,
9.
it's very good."
okay.
They
I
gave
wouldn't
Concord
give
a
it-
7.
I didn't-
Concord is 2 points higher than the Mario and Luigi
Like I'm
Brothers
the
game.
I'm the
Bullshit,
Sonic
dude.
guy. I wouldn't give Sonic Shadow Generations a 9, probably like an 8, 8.5, but it was very
Yeah.
good.
It's a remaster, right? I know they've added a little bit of stuff.
The Generations is a remaster. All they did was add like Chow. You could hunt Chow in the regular Sonic
You
Generations now.
fucking what?
Yeah,
There's Chow
there's like-
Garden in this shit?
no, there's just 3 Chow that you find in all the levels.
You
for
about
God
to
no
give me a
forbid
reason.
we
heart
have
attack.
fun.
Holy
They'll never
shit! I'm
bring-
about to add.
I thought I saw
I about ended
something.
this whole episode.
I swear, somebody from Sonic Team was like, "Yeah, we don't know why people like Chow Garden so much."
But
Yeah,
I just-
it makes
I
I
it
just
swear
makes
I
sense.
thought I
Splitting
saw
Sonic
that
fans.
where they were like, "That's
There's no
weird."
explaining them.
They're like, "That's weird."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Pardon?
know. I
Or
mean,
somebody asked if they were going to do like the advanced games, and they're like, "Why? Why do people want the advanced games?"
because the first 2 are good.
Yeah, the first
They're
2,
not bad. Yeah. How many are there?
3.
3, the third one's not
Advanced
very
3
good.
I don't
Okay.
care for. It's too focused on like exploration. It's like, why do you have hub worlds in a 2D Sonic game? And it has some like, people complain about like spike and enemy placement in some of the Genesis games, but I think Advanced 3 is like the worst one of that.
It has by far my favorite edit, like a recall edit though ever.
Oh, the Tails butthole. Yeah.
Yeah, the first
Tails
the,
butthole.
the opening
Yeah,
cutscene. There was a black pixel right on Tails' ass when he's flying across the screen, and in later
It's where the
prints,
hole would be.
later prints they removed said pixel.
Damn it!
Bring back the tails
What a
cut.
shame.
We gotta see that ass. That's just what we
Bring
need.
back the Tails butthole. Yeah,
There's no
See
ass.
Tails'
It's just
tail.
hole.
man. Hey, this is the Super Show. This is the first episode of the SuperPod, Super Show, SuperPod Network Super Show. I don't know. That's a work in progress. We're just talking
That's
about
not hard
shit.
to say at all.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, you got to run it all the way back. I don't know. We're just talking about stuff, just whatever the fuck comes to mind. That's it. That's all there is to this.
Matt, can you give yourself a title, please? Because you're looking titleless over there.
Yeah. Hi,
Hi.
Matt. How are you? Nobody's
I'm
talked
good.
to you. How you
How
doing,
about
buddy?
yourself?
I can give him one.
Oh, I'm doing all right. I don't know how to
Good,
do
good.
that. I don't think I've ever used Riverside.
Here we go. Boom! I got you, dude. Boom.
Hey, there we go.
Master Roshi.
That's not problematic.
Did Master Roshi get canceled too? They're getting everybody, dude.
He's been
did
getting
Roshi
canceled
do?
since the '80s. Where have you been?
His
You
cancel.
know who recently got fucking canceled was that fucking the little pygmy hippo. What is his name again?
Oh.
What is her name?
Oh, like
Moo Dang?
Mushu or Mooding, yeah.
Yeah,
Moo
Moo
Yeah,
Dang.
that fucking hippo thing that's like, oh, why is this a meme now? Like, what
The
the, hell
mud vein
happened?
riff.
Well, it's adorable. Have you looked at it?
Murmur
It's
I
all,
I
it's all
saw him.
little.
I'm just like, yeah, it's a hippo. I don't know.
Well, people are calling for its death now.
Why? What did-
Okay.
make some good bacon, maybe. I don't know.
I posted
Ooh,
this
hippo
around, but like,
bacon?
yeah, so like they gave him two
Okay.
Way to
little
find
cakes, and they're like, pick
Well, hippo griddle cakes.
They're like, pick which cake you want to eat. And one said Trump and one said Kamala on it, and it ate the Trump cake. So it predicted that Trump was going to win the
Who the
election.
fuck cares? God
Damn,
damn,
dude.
people are fucking crazy.
It's the next
Was like the new
Punxsutawney
Groundhog
Phil,
Day.
but like,
Yeah, like Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Well, at least we got a good movie out of that.
Yeah.
you think?
I think we could get a pretty good Moo Dang movie.
You have to make
gonna
it
play
a
Moo
Moo
Dang.
Dang, the movie. It's
See,
just,
Keanu
Have you
Reeves.
seen,
movie.
dude? Have you seen there are edits where like every time it gets mad and screams, it like shoots gun bullets. like there's just stupid edits in this fucking thing.
dude.
It's awesome.
I must be under a rock because all this is new to me.
The problem is
Yeah.
there's just so many goddamn we cycle through so many memes now that like I can't even fucking keep up anymore.
I want to bring Harambe back. Make Harambe cool again.
God,
Bring
that
back
was
my
that
boy
was so
Harambe.
long ago. It's crazy.
Exactly. Bring him back.
Remember when kids
What-
were eating Tide Pods? That was a thing for a while.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
That was never all
Yeah.
that funny. That was
had-
just stupid.
I just remember because they had to get Rob Gronkowski to make a fucking video telling kids not to eat laundry detergent.
Who is that?
Patriots.
Is it a senator?
No, he was a Patriots player.
Was that hockey?
He wouldn't be the worst senator choice with what we have.
Dude, I want Senator Armstrong. Like I would die for him. He's objectively
He would
wrong,
not
but
die
I would
for
die
you,
for him.
though.
Yeah, I know.
So
Dude, it's like man, everyone's so indoctrinated these days, and then I'm like, oh, I'll die for you, Senator Armstrong. Whatever you say.
my sources, I made it the fuck up.
Fucking good.
Should we introduce people so people know who the fuck's it? Yeah, fuck it. Okay, so welcome again to the work in progress title. I think it's just a super show. I don't fucking know.
You know, you gotta.
The SuperPod Saga Network Super Show. Like when just throw in
gotta-
Logo Mario up there. Nintendo won't care.
Damn.
Do the Mario.
Albano up there. Yeah.
Hey there, paisanos. It's the Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
I need to stick a safety pin in my cheek with a little rubber band out of
I
it.
love that ending credit scene because at one point he trips and almost falls, and he just kind of keeps going with it.
Holy shit! I'm Aaron. I'm a SuperPod Saga.
Damn right you are.
Bill, go next.
I'm Bill. I'm on too many podcasts. How's it going, everybody?
My favorite podcast.
No, you got to list them off. All 15 of them. Like one after the other.
Gaming, collecting. You know, me and Alex the Chaos. 3DO with
Where
Thrax
is
down
she?
there.
Where the fuck is she?
I sent her the link. She said she might come, and she never read it, so I assume she's not coming. And also Geek
She's too
Addicts
busy
with Matt
watching
over
One
there.
Piece.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, she probably is watching One Piece right now.
God damn it!
Or she's asleep on the couch because it's late.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
All right, Matt, it's your turn. Go.
I agree.
My name is Matt. I'm on Geek Addicts with Bill over there. That's about it.
And he's a Patriots fan.
Actually,
We're
I'm
new.
not. This is a hand-me-down.
It's just
Don't
a,
let him lie to you.
it's a New Englander thing. You just end up accumulating Patriots stuff, even though you don't ask
Yeah.
for
It's
it.
it's true.
I mean, they're shit now, so you know.
Yep.
I don't even like sports, and I have fucking Patriots jerseys and shit.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's the thing though, like for real, like my mom has bought me so many anime t-shirts. I've never seen a single episode of Naruto, but I have like 5 t-shirts now because she's just like, oh, he likes anime. I've seen like 5 animes altogether. I just really like the ones that I like.
I keep getting
Reminds me-
anime socks.
That reminds me, my brother once for Christmas got me an N64 shirt, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool," but you know, I'm not the
I
biggest
kind of
N64
fucking
fan.
hate this thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Hey, we gotta get the old video game for the old video game guy.
Yeah, be like, "Oh, he likes
it's your turn.
games. He still lives with his parents."
Hello, I'm Nave. Gaming together, we are schizophrenic. If that's the thing you like, then go over there.
That's a requirement for being on the SuperPod network.
Yeah, some form of disability probably is required.
Just being crazy.
We're all somewhere on the spectrum.
Form of genetic mutation.
Oh, jeez.
You have
We're
to be
the
to be
X-Men of
podcaster. You got to be on that
podcasters.
spectrum.
Yeah, it takes a special someone.
Holy shit, man.
They always told me how special I was.
Thrack, it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Thrack. I'm the special boy. I'm on the 3DO podcast with Bill over there. I show up on other shows all the time. Yeah, just causing a general muck of things. So that's what I do best.
Nice.
Who
Jake?
turns it down? Jake's?
Is it me? Okay. I'm Jake. Yes. Press me to cancel wherever your podcast can be found. What's wrong with the N64? What's wrong with that?
If
Eh.
Alex,
Press Turok.
if Alex was
We
here,
got against
oh
Fog.
my god, we would
It's
be here
immersive.
for hours.
I love Silent Hill. What are you talking about?
It's so realistic.
But that wasn't on the N64. No.
No.
I mean,
Not enough dinosaurs.
A lot of my N64 issues, I guess we get into it, is that like I grew up on the GameCube, so I went from the GameCube back to the N64, and so
Well,
in
sure.
my perspective, it's like Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, like all those games. Like, yeah, they're fine, but I preferred their GameCube counterparts.
Yeah. For me,
But
like
the
I
wrestling
always say,
games
the
are very good.
They are. The N64, I always stand by. The graphics I find are better than the PlayStation. Obviously,
Yeah.
PlayStation has much better games, but I think the graphics were way better than the N64. I can't even play PS1 these days.
The N64 is kind of funny because it's actually hilariously overpowered. Like, the CPU is too powerful for everything else around it, so it's actually just kind of unnecessary.
What's holding it back is the cartridges, which is probably
Yes.
the worst mistake they ever made.
Well, it's really
But
funny.
the
when
load
you-
times.
It's actually kind of funny because I believe like the
PlayStation load times aren't even that bad.
I think like the PlayStation 5 is
What?
like technically like
In my
a third-
experience, they're not that bad.
So with the way like the bits work, I think the PlayStation 4 it was like only 32-bit or something because like bits don't actually matter that much as opposed to some weird shit like that. Like because I remember they tried to claim the Dreamcast and PS2 were like 128-bit, even though that was complete bullshit.
I don't think they ever said that about the
What was-
PS2. The Dreamcast was like, we're 128-bit, and I think by that point people were like, yeah, these numbers don't matter anymore.
It was said
Yeah,
like
they're made up.
It's not what we
It's
care
like,
about.
whose line is it anyway? Like, the fucking bits don't matter, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
well, it's like the N64, not the the Atari Jaguar, where they were like it's 64-bit because it had like two 64-bit blitters added to it, which God knows what those even did.
Yeah, it had like two
Oh,
32-bit
yeah.
processors in it, and
Yeah.
it's like, you know, if you do the math, like they said, it's like, well, yeah, but it's not whatever.
Anytime I hear the word bits, it's automatically rendered into my brain in like a Brooklyn accent because of that like 5th gen episode that I did with Jake and like pretty much everybody from Press B to Cancel, where we just kept doing the Brooklyn accent the entire time. What do you mean the Atari Jaguar is in 64 bits?
I don't even know what that means.
Fuck that shit.
I just always remember that commercial because it's like any questions, and it's just the guy in the front row going like, and then she just
Such
like.
a weird fucking commercial, too.
It's still not as weird as the original Xbox commercial where the lady
Oh, the
like,
baby?
yeah gives birth like launches the baby
And then it launches it right into a fucking grave,
Grave.
and it's just like,
What?
Xbox.
No, man, that commercial was revolutionary.
Literally,
The
dog.
I've seen
commercial's
that.
amazing.
Literally,
It's so
like
good.
it starts with a woman giving birth in like labor, and then she legit rockets the baby into the sky. It,
Hell yeah.
out of her vagina. Like,
it,
it's
a-
just...
it ages as it's flying through the air, and then just crashes into a grave, and it's just also in like original Xbox, and it's like
Life is short.
What's
Life
the
You
is
gotta
short.
play games.
Xbox,
Wow.
yeah.
I still think
Something.
the greatest awful commercial that kind of worked though was the original PS2 commercial where they advertised the PS6.
That's pretty good.
Like it's like this giant glowing spear that just said PS6 on it.
Yeah,
and
there
then
were
it
those
just-
weird like PS3 commercials where it was like the baby
I
and the
hated
Rubik's
those
Cube,
so
and I'm
much.
like, I don't know what
Please
they're
stop putting
trying to
babies
say
in commercials.
here. No, it was like a baby doll. It was just like a doll. It was just
That
like,
doesn't help.
and it's like,
Yeah.
well,
It's
just
I don't
creepier.
like. I don't get this. I don't
Yeah,
get this.
the PS3 didn't really get good commercials until they brought in like the Kevin Butler commercials where he was just like sarcastic.
Dude,
Yeah, he's
I
just
want,
like, buy
I
a
want
PS3,
Kevin
you
James.
shit.
I want Kevin James to start doing PlayStation commercials. He's
Paul-
out
That fucking mall cop.
Paul
Yeah,
Blart,
That-
mall
King of
cop. He's mall
Queens.
cop in a GameStop.
Yeah, dude. He's the new face of PlayStation, the new mascot, Kevin James, the zoo cop keeper mall.
You think there's a Kevin James mod for Dead Rising 1?
Is there
there?
really?
It works.
No, it was an open question. We need to go
Oh.
find out.
Get on it,
Let's
Nave.
see.
Our
Give
reporter
these
on the
ideas
field,
away for
Nave.
free.
I mean, that's the deluxe remaster, right? Is they give you Kevin James?
Oh yeah, the game just came out, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, the Dead Rising remaster or remake or
Deluxe remaster.
Remaster.
deluxe
Yeah.
apartment in the sky.
Yeah, the Shadows of the Dam game came out too. A lot of fucking. They just remasters. Just remaster everything. Let's just do 6th gen again. Just
Yeah,
go
why
back.
not?
That'd be cool.
I think a lot of that push for these remasters is because now that's like, oh, they'll be on like Steam and modern platforms where like digital libraries are much more prominent now. So the idea is, oh, now that they're here, they'll be here and we don't have to worry about it.
Unless you're Sony, in which case, fuck you. Give us more
The
money.
wheel of unnecessary remakes.
Yeah.
Do you think Switch 2
We're
is going to
gonna
get a lot
make
of
it
remakes
worse.
or remasters from the Switch?
I
You think they're just
probably
gonna-
hope not.
I think
Please
Switch
don't.
1 will be backwards
Yes,
compatible.
that's
so
God,
no.
no.
Yeah.
That's my hope. If they don't make it backwards compatible, that's gonna be obnoxious.
Yeah, it'll hurt.
Like I'm wondering if it's going to be backwards compatible, but will still take advantage of the hardware. So like Link's Awakening or Echoes of Wisdom. I mean, terrible frame drops in areas of those games, whether they take advantage of new hardware or not.
I hope so.
That'd be awesome.
Like, Like I was hearing some people say that the Switch 2 might just be like the Switch Pro that we talked about for years and years, but it's like a
I
little
hope it's
bit more,
than that.
but like a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Isn't
But
there
my
issues
guess is
with,
when they
with
eventually unveil it, I bet the game that they'll use to showcase the backwards compatibility and the power of the new Switch will be Prime 4. They'll be like, it'll be on the Switch 1 and here's how it looks, but on Switch 2 it looks even better. You know, they'll
I was
do
thinking
that
Tears of the
thing.
Kingdom or something like
I
that.
think
Yeah, that'd
they'd
be
use
cool.
Prime 4 because Prime 4 is going to be a very beautiful game on both systems. So it'll be like, you know, look how fucking sweet this shit is, you know?
Isn't there a general compatibility issue when you like are changing hardware, like specifically with like CPUs? Isn't that the reason why the PlayStation 5 Pro is the same CPU, is so that they don't have to fix anything?
It depends. It's a lot of tech stuff. Like I know the big issue with the Switch 1 is that like the Tegra X1 chip that it has is not very like forward compatible friendly or something like that. But since Nintendo's working with Nvidia on Switch 1 and Switch 2, my guess is Nvidia's like, yeah, we can figure this out, you know, because they're making a custom chipset for it anyways. So it would make sense that they would, you know, factor in, be like, well, if you want everybody to upgrade, the easiest thing to do would be like have all these games playable so that everyone can take their old Switch and say, give it to a friend or, you know, like a sibling or whatever, and then just buy the new one. And then the person who gets the old Switch will come into the ecosystem themselves, even if it's on Switch 1, and then that person who was already there will stick with the newer stuff, you know?
Because like how Xbox's backwards compatibility works is that they
It's
are
all emulation.
emulating the
Yeah,
entire OS. Like, that must
it's
be
all
obnoxious.
emulation.
Nobody wants that.
And it's well, Xbox has really good emulation for OG Xbox and 360.
Oh, it's so good. It runs so good.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of money and resources to do that, especially the amount of emulation that they're doing, which is why we didn't get as many games as people were hoping from both because of that. But yeah, they're not going to do that with Switch 2. I doubt. It would be more on like a hardware type of compatibility thing. Because my guess is they'll probably want you to be able to like buy one of the cards for like, you know, Mario Odyssey for a Switch 2, pop it in, and it works.
Well, I don't know, because like one of the only backwards compatible systems Nintendo's ever had was the Wii with the GameCube, but didn't that also emulate a GameCube in order to run
No,
those?
Well,
the Wii is a souped up GameCube.
Yeah, they both
So-
have ATI chips.
Yeah, they're both like it. Like the Wii is essentially running on the same chipset as the GameCube, but it's overclocked. And then the Wii U is a little bit further than that, but the Wii U is backwards compatible with the Wii as well. Though their handhelds are always backwards compatible. Like the Game Boy Advance can play all Game Boy Color games. The 3DS can play all DS games. So I think that's why people are thinking it might be different, because the Switch is like a weird hybrid. So they might just be like, fuck it. We'll just do the 3DS thing. The Switch 2 games will have a little ridge, so you can't put it in a Switch 1 or some shit.
I still remember the original PS3s. The only way they could be backwards compatible is they had to literally shove a PS2 inside the PS3.
And it wasn't great. I've heard PS1 on a PS3 is fine.
Well, that's
but
just software emulation.
But PS2 was not.
Yeah.
That wasn't the way to play PS2 games.
The problem was a lot of PS2 games actually used these weird like loading tricks that only the PS2 could actually do. So when they tried doing them on PS3, they wouldn't work because the PS3 actually had gotten rid of a lot of those redundant like tricks that a lot of older games used.
Yep.
Well,
That's
they
cool.
had to work around the things that that's the whole reason why the PlayStation 3 is fucking stranded, is because they had to learn how to build around that ecosystem. It just it doesn't translate very
Too
well.
hard dead for.
One of the dumbest processors ever that's still, I don't think, ever reached its potential.
Like if Sony wanted to do an Xbox style backwards compatibility for PS3 games on the PS5, they could do it. Like, I mean, we've seen PS3 emulation come a long way in the last couple years. So if Sony wanted to put the money in, they could do it. But they're like, who fucking cares?
Or they can just pull a Nintendo and wait for some fan to make the emulation, and then just go, yeah, that's ours now.
So
we
they did that.
I mean, they could
They
take
did.
our
They did.
PCS3 for themselves if they wanted to. They probably could.
So Sony did that. They straight up bought the Connectix virtual game station to take it off the market, and then it's pretty much been confirmed that they used it to get PS1 games working on like later consoles.
They're not the only ones.
Jesus.
A lot of console makers will take open source emulators and use that tech. And it's not great because you're supposed to contribute back to open source software, right? Or at least attribute that you're doing that. But of course, they're never going to cough up that information.
Like, did they?
I think Nintendo has their own, right?
Well, did
Switch Online?
Nintendo once get caught like they were using, what was it, like Nesticle or something in one of their official NES emulators
Okay.
things?
So I think Switch Online
that's
is
what I
their
thought.
own tech, and maybe that's
Well,
why.
the new stuff is yes, like that's
Yeah.
what Nerd is, the European division of Nintendo. Like all they do is the NSO emulation stuff. But no, I think it was like years ago when like somebody
Yeah.
looked through the emulator code of some NES game, and it was the exact same code as like an open source emulator that was on the internet. It was like 2000 sometime.
Imagine
So-
digging through like a leak of Nintendo's data from then and just finding an image, like a low res image of a testicle. That's just
Well,
great.
we did find out
yeah.
that canonically Pokemon fucking's a thing. So
How deep does this fetish go?
Oh, or like that one really fucking
Probably all the way to the top.
stupid. It was either at a Nintendo museum or like their headquarters. They were like, "Oh, Nintendo has an emulator running
it was the
this."
museum.
Yeah, they were,
But what
Yeah,
else are they gonna do though?
Yeah. Well, it was funny because I forget where it
like
was,
the
but
games are
somebody
made
was like,
on a computer. Like,
well, like
Yeah,
yeah, it was at the museum. Somebody, I think, unplugged like a SNES controller, and they heard the Windows like USB sound, you know, and they filmed it. And they're like, "Ooh, break it!"
Gotcha.
And it's like, do you really think Nintendo?
gotcha, busted.
Did you really think Nintendo was going to go out of their way? Like, you know, like people are trying to say it's like the irony that they would like go after emulators and ROMs, but do it themselves. It's like, well, they own it. It's fucking different, you know?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if the emulation that they're using in the museum is the same ones that's on the NSO, but it's just
Yeah.
like baked into a computer. Because as Aaron said, the shit's made on a computer. So they probably just put it in their like Windows PC in the museum, and there you go.
Yep.
So, you know, just people being weird. But I get it. Nintendo's weird. I understand.
That's
Like
an
you're allowed to
understatement.
criticize their business practices. That's perfectly fine. But you know, when they own it, they can do whatever they want with it.
just don't.
it's not like they're running Yuzu or something and showing it off in a museum. Like that would be a thing. Just
That would
find
be
Ryujinx
amazing.
and Yuzu.
If they're just
list
like,
of
we can do it 'cause
emulators and
fuck
fan
you.
projects that we shut down, and then they're showing.
Yeah.
Imagine
like a skull and
AM2R in the
crossbones
Nintendo
and, like,
Museum. That would be.
who
Oh,
is-
It's like fucking Arasaka Industries cyberpunk shit.
Yeah, dude.
Wasn't
Their
there a-
kill list?
Wasn't there a guy that Nintendo literally like ended his life? Like he's going to be paying Nintendo back for
Yeah.
like the rest of his life.
yes.
Is he Kate? I think he's Canadian
Oh.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that about again?
I forget, but like with a
Oh,
lot,
fuck,
I think
it was
I think
really
it was with
stupid.
Yuzu. Yuzu
Probably
got
had
caught.
a Luigi themed birthday party or something.
Well, I think Yuzu got caught because they were like getting money from people, and it's like once you
Yeah.
monetize it, that's when they get on your
Yeah,
ass.
'cause
Like
Nintendo-
they've never gone after Dolphin because Dolphin has always been free. It's always been like a hobby thing,
Yeah.
and they know to leave it alone. You know,
Yeah, wasn't
Or
it like a Switch emulator that they were making money off of, and Nintendo literally ended that
Yep.
guy's life pretty much?
yeah, basically. 'Cause the
Dude.
moment you start making money off of their shit, that's when they get really pissed.
It's so
Especially
funny that
with
we're
the
talking
Switch
about this.
emulator, dude.
Yeah,
that
it's
shit's
like
currently
you're flying
being
way
sold.
too close to the sun,
Yeah,
doing it. It's
you're
like
actually stealing money from Nintendo. Like you're basically embezzling from Nintendo, bro.
Like it was crazy to see they did that play test recently, and there were people streaming it on Twitch. It's like, what are you guys doing? You're
I was
flying way
watching
too
this-
close to the sun.
I was watching
I mean,
this
I
fucking
watched
video
some of it. It was
documentary
interesting.
about fucking Club Penguin, and when it shut down, they had these guys had this fan server like up for
Was
it.
that the one with like
And
the
then-
pedophiles running it?
I don't know about that, but
I think that
I
happened.
mean, who else would?
Penguin pedophile.
well, it makes sense. But like, so Disney bought Club Penguin, and then they shut it down after a
Yep.
little while when it wasn't making money.
Well, no,
and so
they-
these guys had a fan project up,
They
but it
made
costs
a new
money to run
version
the server.
and it sucked, and then
Yeah.
then they shut it down.
They shut that
Typical
down too.
Disney.
Disney fucking
Hey.
got their ass.
Don't sign a Disney Plus subscription. If you die at their park, you can't sue.
oh,
know what,
yeah,
though?
that's
I was
That
just
was
at
so
Disney.
insane.
I was just at Disney, and I was at the first couple days. I have a
you
shellfish
almost
allergy.
died there.
Almost.
I was hoping
They
he'd say
bent
their
over
new dead
backwards
bodies.
to accommodate the shellfish allergy, like pointing out ingredients on the buffets, the whole 9 yards, and they're very protective of it. They almost prevented me from going to eat because of stuff that was on the menu that I wasn't allowed to touch. And I realized it's because of that whole court case they
Yep.
have going on.
They had
they're
so
very
much-
cautious of that now.
They had so much bad press from that. Like that, they're
Did they settle that case or how'd that go? 'Cause
They have
think they
actually.
did
I think the
settle.
widow was like, "No, I'm going to take you to court."
No, they backed it. They did back down because the press they were getting was so bad. Like it was one of those points where they like it was like a Disney actually did cave. What's hilarious is the guy like really didn't even ask for that much money, and everyone online was like, "You should ask for a lot more, dude."
Yeah, what he only got
It's
like,
Disney. You
it was
probably
like
get away with it.
50,000.
Why not?
It was like some piddly amount.
He asked for like such an astronomically low number considering
It's probably
what
to
happened.
cover like funeral costs and things
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think he literally just got what he. A very honest guy, I guess. He got exactly what he wanted and then left. But
That's
yeah,
wild,
I feel
dude.
bad for him though.
Well,
It's
yeah.
Disney, dude. They have infinite
yeah.
money. You could ask for any fucking. You could just make up a number, and then they would give it to you. Like, I want $40 billion.
Oh my!
I want
Did you see
$420 million.
fucking Russia is suing Google, or is it
Oh yeah, yeah. That's gonna go
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah, I saw
What's the
that.
number? Like 10 digits?
20 decillion?
Awesome.
That's more money than there are grains of sand on the earth. Like that's so much
Holy
money.
fuck, dude.
Let's just pay them in bison dollars. That'll make it work.
You go get him, Rush. Go get him, Putin. I'm sure that's gonna work out.
We'll see how that
Old
goes.
poop, man.
Wasn't
Oh,
it because
Pooter.
they blocked Google blocked a bunch of like Russian YouTubers during the sanctions or something?
I
It
think
was-
so.
Yeah, it was something like that, and they like weren't paying fines or something. I don't know.
Those wacky
It's,
Russians.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's like every week they didn't pay the fine, it doubled. So I think that was.
Oh, jeez.
Who the fuck does? They're just making up Looney Tunes rules over there. Like, who the
I'd,
fuck kind of judicial
I'd
system do
love
they
to
have?
see the dude's Excel spreadsheet when they like did the math to figure it out.
I want to see
Here we
like
go.
the parabola on the graph where like they're getting more and more excited, like, ooh, we're gonna get paid, and then when they realize they're not gonna get paid because it's getting now the money's getting too high. Oh man, that's like like Rachel's playing Balatro behind me, but that's like Balatro when you start hitting those fucking multipliers, and then it just goes into E3 5. Oh my god,
Maybe they were playing Balatro, and that's where they got the number from.
yeah, that's
They
where
want
got
the
the
achievement in
inspiration.
life, right? Just like Balatro.
exactly.
Putin needs that E.
Balatro is life. A game
He
I
needs
still
that
have not
black
played.
win deck. Or black deck win. My bad.
Anyway,
Black
Matt, what's on
Windex.
your mind? You're not talking much down there. What you got?
I don't know.
Who,
I'm not really
Oh,
up
okay,
to date
Matt.
on all the goings on with.
Well, what's on your mind?
All that
What you
stuff.
got?
No, not that much.
What do you want to
Friggin',
talk about, sir?
Oh, I don't know.
What games
Aaron,
are you playing?
Oh, lately, I started replaying Persona 4 again.
Oh, God damn it!
Good.
Well, I lost my Switch. So I haven't been able to play like the other games I've been on lately.
Have you played Persona 3? Because that's probably going to be the game I play after Metaphor.
I have not. I'm planning on getting the remake for my PlayStation at some point in the near future, but it's being beginning of November, I kind of have to put all my focus on Christmas for the kiddies,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm a mailman, so I understand that, but I don't get Christmas. I got to focus on everyone else's Christmas.
Yeah, I feel
And
that.
Nave's just stuck in JRPGs all year, I guess. Metaphor
Although,
and then Persona.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, my stepson wants Sparking Zero for Christmas.
I need to borrow somebody's
Nice.
Amazon Prime to buy something. Cheyenne, come ask him.
What?
I can't hear what you're saying, but I really want to try some green tea that could get here a lot faster than Walmart could ship.
Somebody give me their Amazon Prime login so I can buy this shit.
We got Walmart Plus instead,
call
and
to
it's
action.
going better except for this.
Yep, except for this.
All right, we're drawing straws. Who has an Amazon?
No. This is for the.
Yeah.
We're gonna upload this immediately. This is for the listener. This is a call to
Oh, you
action.
have to
Instead
pay
of
for it,
going to
too.
subscribe to our
You have to pay
Patreons,
for it.
we need you to give us your Google Prime.
Give us your passwords. Yes, that's what we want to encourage. Give us
Yes.
your
Wait.
passwords.
What you need to do
What's your
now,
mother's
Aaron, is you
maiden
gotta
name?
open up a PO box, and we'll just start sending you
There
fucking
you
green
go.
tea.
Yeah.
Do the
People just
iDubbbz
send
bad
you shit.
unboxing.
I can just imagine the SuperPod network PO box, the random things that would be sent.
And
I hope
the
it
guy
gets-
who
Alex
sends them.
starts sending you beans.
Oh yes, please, man.
Send you cases of water.
She straight up. So this was an actual. So Alex doesn't really do the beans meme anymore, but she did actually give Josh from Still Loading Podcast a can of beans when we met him in person. He still has
This
it.
is so 2023. I'll be honest with you. It's all about Moodang now.
Send a hippo through the mail.
Dave,
Yeah.
Dave, I'm gonna need you to skip Persona 3, and I'm gonna need you to play a Shin Megami Tensei. I don't care which one.
Oh,
play
I
it.
own 5. Like I
five?
bought it. Look, I'm so online brained. I'm terminally twittered out now. But every time a JRPG,
I know. I see your fucking comments on everything. And
oh my
half
god!
And half the time I have to be like, don't comment back. Don't, no, let it go.
Dude, fucking.
I'm not starting
but
a flame war with you.
every single time a JRPG comes out on Xbox, I just snap decision buy it. Like I'm just like instantly day one. I'm just gonna buy it because
Are you weed
everyone's
pilled
like,
right now? What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, Nave, I bought Infinite Wealth.
yes, yes. Well, you're what? Wait, you have to.
Yes.
Are you
It's a
gonna
great
play
game.
it before or after Visions of Mana?
Shit.
At the same
Are you
time.
gonna finish
play it
Visions of
before.
Mana?
At the
No.
same fucking
Yes.
time.
Jerry's gonna yell at me, but fuck it, I'm gonna play it before Visions of Mana. 'Cause
I thought
especially
you
for
were
that,
playing Visions of Mana.
I played like maybe an hour of it, but Infinite Wealth just sounds good, man. It just sounds good.
I mean,
Oh,
I
but you
I
beat-
beat
you beat
Gaiden
7
the
though,
other
yeah?
day. Gaiden was really good.
I'm really close to beating 7. I got to the part where I'm going to meet Arakawa-san, and I end up running into Goro Majima, and he fucking annihilates me.
The skill
Yeah?
check. That's the new skill check. Because the game isn't that difficult up until that point. That's
Yeah.
when the game gets hard as fuck.
I've
So
had
if-
zero
if you sh-
problems up to this point.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're struggling with them, go back and grind,
Yep.
and then you'll be okay. What level are you at?
I'd have to check. I think we're in the 40s now. I've been doing like the little sewer dungeons, grinding all that out.
Have you
Getting-
found the like that one hobo that's like the metal slime?
No.
So in the sewers in 7, there is one specific part where there's one guy who's essentially like the metal slime, where if you beat him, you get a shit ton of XP. But he's in this like room with a bunch of other people, so you have to kind of focus on him. Because he will run away. Like he's good at dodging, and he'll run away like a metal
Yeah,
slime.
you know, classic.
It's like
Exactly.
the
So,
golden
but it-
Yeah.
hand in Persona 4 Golden,
Exactly.
where it just runs away.
So, but when you focus on him, then you have to
Or
beat
the
everybody else,
Aramitama and
you
Shin
get a-
Megami
yeah,
Tensei.
and you get a shit.
Haha. Good
So
one,
you,
Aaron.
but yeah, you get a shit ton of XP if you beat him. So like when I played the game, I grinded in that area for probably like an hour plus, just to be sure I was good enough to take out the final tower. But yeah, but if you can
Yeah.
beat, if you eventually can beat Majima, you can beat the rest of the game.
That's good.
So-
I swear to God, I've tried to fight Majima like 4 times, and every single time he goes right for Ichiban and just kills him
Yep.
in like 2 hits.
Yeah, then
Oh,
you
wow.
need to go grind, kid, or at
Yeah.
least
Yeah.
like upgrade
Well, if
your
you-
upgrade
you
your
should
gear.
have-
You probably need some better gear too.
You should have an
Yeah.
ability that will keep you from dying, like one time. And then if so it lets your health
there
drop
is
to
that
1,
revival skill or something.
and then
Yeah.
it'll drop you out to 1, and then you just reactivate it so that you
Oh.
don't die right away. And
Yeah.
so if you're having trouble keeping him alive, then I would just every turn just do that, just make sure he doesn't die, and then everyone else. It makes the fight take a lot longer. That's literally how I had to beat the final boss, because the final boss is a piece of garbage dog shit.
the final boss
literally-
it was the
Tell
boss
them how you really feel, Nate.
the boss before the final boss was harder only because
You're right,
he was,
that guy
'cause he
is
was
what I'm
a
thinking of.
sponge. Like
Yeah,
took
and then he
so-
can one shot
like,
you.
Yeah, I didn't die on him, but he just took so many fucking hits to die because his defense was crazy. And then the final boss wasn't really that bad.
Yeah, I
So-
just
but
realized that.
But Infinite Wealth, I think I only died like twice. I kind of breezed through that game. That game was not hard at all.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that hard
See,
either.
And I beat Gaiden recently, and Gaiden was not hard at all either. Like it was pretty easy, unless I wanted to grind in the Coliseum, which I did not want to do.
See, that's
Metaphor
gave up on that.
Fantasio, though, is hard as balls, dude.
I've
Holy
heard it's hard.
is it?
Yeah,
it's an Atlas game.
dude, it is like,
Personas aren't that hard.
yeah, it's a
Persona
lot
4
more like.
on very hard mode is very hard.
Yeah, but nobody fucking plays it on
Yeah,
that
I'm not gonna
except
play
you.
on hard mode.
do you? But do you
Give me
hate?
scrub mode.
Do you hate
Everyone
yourself?
plays it on story mode.
The best way. I love Persona 4 Golden's very hard mode. The literal description is just, do you hate yourself?
Yes.
Yeah,
And,
I
and
do.
you play it and you go, yes, I do. 'Cause
yeah.
why-
Rachel was watching me. I'm playing a little. I played some of the campaign of Black Ops 6, and I just started it. And Rachel was saying, she's like, "Oh, what are you gonna play it on?" I'm like, "Veteran," and she goes, "Oh." And then she just pulls out her laptop, and starts playing fucking Rotato or something, because she knows I'm about to get fucking frustrated
Yeah.
because the games are ass. But dude,
I beat
honestly,
I beat that campaign on Sunday.
Dude, the first level, it can eat shit. But dude, I'm almost done with the third level. These two levels, even on veteran, are not. It's not even that bad because there's so much variety. I'm like shocked. I'm like, especially after Modern Warfare 3. I'm like, holy, what?
Yeah.
This is really good. I'm like having fun.
I played a good chunk of it on hardened, and I was surprised. Eventually, I had to bump it down to regular just to finish it out. But yeah, I was surprised as well. Like, there's quite a bit of stealth in there. There's like one mission that's essentially like Far Cry, where it's like they give you an open map, and you kind of
that's the mission I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And you got a camera. You can...
Yeah, because there's like 3 like SAM sites they want you to blow up. But there's like all these other little things, you know. And I went around and did everything, and it was surprisingly pretty fun.
It's like they played Hitman, and they were like, "We can do this too."
Yeah,
like it's so weird.
There was one mission that specifically I was like, and also one later in the game where I'm like, oh, these guys really like Remedy.
Yeah, dude.
You'll know when you get there because
random song and dance scene. Is that what it is?
Well, there's a mission
for time travel.
Well, I will say there's a mission where they incorporate zombies into it, and the way they do it made me go like, oh, these guys played Control and thought this is fucking cool. We should do some of this. Yeah. You'll see if you get there.
Does that mean worth buying just for the single player? Like if you don't play online at all?
I got it on Game Pass, so
right
for Game Pass, sure, why not?
Sure,
$70. I don't know. It's hard to justify $70 for any game that isn't like a dragon. So
you got that multiplayer though, at least, so you can keep going back to that.
The multiplayer is very fun. I also played the shit out of the
skill floor is too high. I just don't have the time or energy to get good at it anymore. This is the first
I tried
Call of Duty
Warzone,
game
and I uninstalled within 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is the thing. I don't like Warzone either, but I've been playing the shit out of the multiplayer, and I was talking about it on the episode we just did for Gaming Together. That I still got it. Like I'm still like top of the leaderboard in most games I play. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like fucking shaking by the end of the match, but I'm like, oh, I fucking did it.
Those are the best.
Yeah,
I love those kinds of matches.
Like I
have those a lot in Smite and Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, I haven't played a Call of Duty game in any form in like a decade. So
yeah,
I'm rusty as shit. But it was crazy when I played the campaign. I was like, this still controls exactly the same. Like they have not changed the controls at all, which is fine with me.
I mean, if it ain't
I like you. The biggest thing
you can sprint in any direction, which is cool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I like when you're sprinting and you hit crouch, you slide into cover. Like that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm sure
the way they did it before. Yeah, the way they did it before was you have to hold down.
Play Ghosts.
Like you weren't
so
realistic.
Nobody played Ghosts too. That was the last one I played.
Realistic fish AI, like.
Oh yeah,
that was
dogs.
That was their selling point. They were like, "Look, when you go near the fish on the screen, they move away." And it's like Mario 64 did that, sir, like years ago.
Then they were just triangles.
Yeah.
The power of the N64 yet again shows.
Call of Duty 64.
There's an Annie Austin's YouTube video where he talks about the Mario fish, like how they changed over time. That's it. This whole video. It's fucking awesome.
How long videos?
But anyway, what I was saying was like before what you had to do was
how long's the video, Nave? I talked.
Oh, how long is the video? Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
I was hoping you were going to say 3 hours.
That's kind of what I was
no.
Dive in the fish tech.
That would have been amazing.
Say I'm putting that on to go sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
can you imagine 10 hours of aquatic ambience or like 10 hours of dire docks, dude?
Dude, those exist. I put them on every now and then when you need some chill music.
They totally do.
Yeah. Or Sticker Brush Symphony. That's a good one.
Ooh.
That guy makes good fucking videos though. Like he has this video where he follows the power lines in Grand Theft Auto 4.
Bayonetta is really chill, and I really like to fall asleep to that song.
Okay, go.
He follows the power lines in Grand Theft Auto 4 to see if they connect to anything, and he maps them out. Like he is insane.
I love dumb videos like that.
He plays Morrowind, and he's like, "Are these all the rivers in Morrowind? Are they actually rivers? What are they? These don't make sense." And then he goes into the geology of it, and I'm just like, "This is great."
I saw this.
If
video...
that's what he thinks doesn't make sense, the whole game must be eye-opening for him.
I saw this video going around recently. It was a Simpsons hit and run video, and the entire gimmick of the video was they were the guy was trying to see if he could beat the entire game with the family sedan, like everything. And
the car built for Homer.
No, that's one of the best cars in the game. The
Homer mobile.
Yeah, the yellow abomination that Homer made. Yeah, the pink car though, it's like he tried to beat the entire game with it, and he got to like the races at the end, and he couldn't beat Homer in one of the races towards the end where Homer's in like his sports car, and his way of beating it was he just basically blew up Homer's car so he couldn't win.
Yeah,
That
you
was
can
me
do that.
throughout
Yeah, you
all
can
of,
just you can just
Grand
run
Theft
people
Auto.
over.
that was me in Need for Speed Pro Street. No Carbon. There were those cool like cliff races where you raced against the bosses on a cliff, and it was like this big drift
Yeah.
race, and you could auto win. Well, not auto win, but you could, if you knocked the enemy like off the cliff, and that you basically commit murder. You can just take it easy the rest of the way through like down the cliff, and then cross the finish line. Bam! Free car, free money.
There you
Dude,
go.
I love the cars in rubble, but I mean,
You get the pink slip though. God damn it, that's intact.
Yeah, whenever I
You
play
can
a
get the
racing
insurance
game,
claim.
I'm like I'm the dirtiest driver in the world. Like I will knock every fucker off the road.
That's why I
win.
love Burnout.
I gotta
so
win this
fucking
in
much.
Horizon, babe. Like Forza Horizon is fun to just like fuck shit up in that game.
We need to do. Do they still have online? I'm sure they still have online for like Burnout Paradise. We should fucking stream ourselves
the
in
remaster.
Burnout Paradise.
They might. I don't
the
know.
remaster does have multiplayer still.
Yeah, and that
Is it-
game is amazing. I love it.
It is fucking amazing. Burnout is awesome.
It's the only
Bring back
Burnout I've like genuinely played. So
Ooh.
I bought the remake
Revenge
of
that
that
one?
a while
Revenge is
back,
backwards
and then I got
compatible,
really
and it's
mad
really
'cause you
good.
couldn't
I
do,
think
like,
I
the
own it.
Trashing all the cars mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the crash mode, like that's the best mode in any racing game ever. The crash mode, just like a little puzzle where you just throw your car into oncoming traffic and then cause as much fucking death and destruction as you can.
I don't know. Have you played the panorama mode in Forza Motorsport, where you can open the doors up and turn the car engine on and be like, "Ooh, it's so realistic."
I've done that.
No, but that sounds cool.
I'm like, this is like weird gooning material for like car people.
It is insane.
Car gooners are weird, but I kind of like them.
See, my favorite like racing game fail recently was the NASCAR 21 game that was so broken on launch it actually killed the company that made it. But it
A
was
couple
like,
of games coming out this year that did that.
but
There's been a few.
it's hilarious because you'd be racing and then the cars in the field would like one of the things in that game that like your worst enemy isn't like other players, it's like the computer controlled cars because they just straight up kill each other like just randomly. Like you'll be just racing and they'll just cause like massive pile ups and it'll be like what's going
Just
on?
hang in the back and then just
No,
go
you
right
can't.
around them.
They come for you.
It's like the
Like,
end
man.
They come for you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Literally,
Welcome.
it's like those videos of people playing GTA 5 and they're driving like Mach 3, and then a guy in the right lane just turns left suddenly in front of them and crashes into them.
I love looking up glitch
The end of
compilations of
Talladega
like,
Nights.
yeah,
Fucking bullshit.
they just
We
run.
belong with each other. They're just fucking all those cars are flipping and like on fire and shit.
And they run to the thing, and it's like, well, because you can't your car didn't pass whoever was in third, and then the other guy won finally.
Oh, what is his name? Cal Otten Jr.
Cal Nod Jr. Yeah.
Cal Otten Jr.
Can
I
I
think
win
you're
this?
How
right.
do
game?
you guys
Wanted.
remember these things?
How do I listen to the stereo and the TV at the same time?
See, my favorite part is people act like that movie's a comedy, but you ask any NASCAR driver, and they'll be like, "No, that movie's a documentary."
This really happened.
Dave,
He
what's
was
your
a
favorite line
man.
from
He
Talladega
had a
Nights?
beard.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't think of one. Wait, no. I'm on fire. He starts saying people's names. Tom Cruise, help me.
Help
Well,
me,
you fire with
Jesus.
your
Help me,
witchcraft.
Jewish God. Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me,
there
Oprah
we go.
Winfrey.
See, my
Yeah.
favorite is the
I've seen that movie a bunch.
The sticker is very large, dangerous, and incompetent and inconvenient. But damn, do I love Fig Newtons.
But man, are they delicious?
If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
What about you, Matt? What's your favorite?
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
See,
Maybe 10 years old, but I'll still kick your
my
ass.
favorite is at the end. It's like, "Hello, Ricky Bobby. I saw your Highlander movie. It was shit."
It's a great
That
movie.
movie's so good.
It is. It was
I've
when
never
Will
seen it.
Ferrell was
so
funny.
long.
What? Jake, you need
I've
to
never
turn
seen.
that.
I've seen Anchorman. I liked Anchorman, but I'm
Anchorman
not a
was
huge
good.
fan of Farrell. But
Me either. He had a peak period, but like he fell
I think
off
Talladega
like,
Nights was
pretty
it.
hard.
yeah,
Talladega Nights was.
I love the
it's-
scene where he's being
That was
interviewed.
the
And he's
perfect.
like, I don't know what to do with my hands, and they just keep rising. They're like, put your hands down. He just immediately starts rising them again.
It's like, well,
My wife-
we had a lot of help today with my crew chief. He helped me, and then people are just like putting his hands down. But he's
wife
like his
made
hands
that
are up like
reference at
this,
work.
like he's like the offering, you know.
My wife
fucking,
made that reference at work, and none of the kids there understood it. She just felt
Yep.
old.
Oh man.
He goes and delivers that pizza to his dad. He's like, "Hello's Pizza. We are pizza. We are pizza. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. I'm just supposed to say it."
See, I liked his cameo at was it Austin Powers when
Yeah,
when he gets
dude.
thrown into like the fire pit. And he's like, "I'm
Oh,
not dead.
Mustafa.
I'm just very badly burned."
Does anyone
Where he
have
falls
a
off the
bandage?
cliff.
Or
He falls off-
perhaps some ointment?
I forgot he was in that.
I think I can stand up.
Oh, I broke my leg.
yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
try.
and then-
I broke my other leg. And they're like really brutal breaking sounds and shit, dude.
Oh yeah, because it was like in the first movie.
In the first
he
movie,
falls
he
in
gets
that
bur-
fire pit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then in the second movie, he has like the bandages on, he has the gun, and then he gets thrown off the cliff, and he's like, "I'm not dead, but man, that was a bad fall."
God damn it,
Oh,
dude.
I love
That's
those
so
movies
good.
so fucking much.
My leg is not quite broken. Maybe I'll try to stand up.
It's a really bad like breaking sound too. Oh god.
Fucking A, dude. Oh, it's so good.
Jesus.
Hey, welcome to a video game podcast.
We're talking about
Holy
Austin Powers.
Yeah, dude. There are Austin
And
Powers
cargooning.
video games.
Yeah,
They're all shit.
They're not
it's all a
good.
Venn diagram that overlaps. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, all those Austin Powers games are awful.
I bet.
You know what shit
Where
game
my
I-
Love Guru
I-
fans
I-
at?
You know what shit game I played recently that's really funny? I was playing the Home Improvement game on SNES.
Fucking home
So
improvement
bad.
game.
My favorite part about that game is
The
that if you
fuck, Tim Allen.
if you open up the instruction manual, it just says real men don't need instructions.
Yeah. It's such a
Got
weird.
him.
It's a weird ass
That's a
game. For
troll
those
move.
for those who don't know, the game starts like you're on the set of Home Improvement, which you know that to quote JonTron, I would pay to watch that show. I'd sit in the splash section, you know. But anyways, like Tim's just like, hey, we need the Binford tools for the show that's sponsored by Binford, and I was like, oh, you must have misplaced them. And Tim's like, "What?" And then he runs off to try to find the tools. And all he finds is a note from some dude saying like, oh, you got to go to the other sound stages to get the tools back. So you go to like the dinosaur one, and Tim Allen with a fucking nail gun is shooting dinosaurs, trying to find these tools in the most like open-ended bullshit fucking 2D platforming I've ever experienced.
I
in my life.
love those.
I
It's
hope the
amazing.
theme song plays on a loop
Yeah.
the entire time. I hope
It
so.
does
That'd
have
be
the
awesome.
theme song. It's not a good rendition of the theme
Nah, the
song,
Super
but
Nintendo.
yeah, that theme song like slaps though.
Yeah, but
not
not
as-
for hours on end.
It's not as
No.
bad
Kicks
though
in.
as the Wayne's World, the Wayne's World,
Excellent.
the Super Nintendo game with the
Ugh.
version of Bohemian
That game
Rhapsody
is
that is
far
horrendous.
worse. Oh, that game is so much worse.
Dude, or Bill and Ted on NES. Fuck
Ugh,
that game.
awful game.
With the pudding cups, that's great. The pudding tech.
Can't touch the
Fucking
grass.
isometric. Yeah.
Is there any good movie adaptation games at all? Like any licensed games that are actually good?
Yeah.
Oh, the
There's a few.
I mean,
Wait,
the,
that X-Men
Batman
game,
on the
right?
NES.
oh yeah, Batman NES.
Oh yeah.
There's an
That's
X-Men
not really
game.
movie accurate
It's-
though, right?
It's kind
No, but
not really.
it has,
but
it has the story of the movie, and it came out the same time. It was meant to be a tie-in
yeah,
to
it has
the
the
movie.
best weapon ever, the Batman, which is what they call the punch in that game.
What
Yeah,
What
you
about-
Batman your enemies to death?
what about
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, the Amazing
X-
Spider-Man
X-Men
games. Those were
GameCube
good.
one?
X-Men
Okay.
Origins Wolverine
That's
was
better
supposed
Oh,
to
that
be
game-
insanely
that's
good.
better than the movie.
See, I
Yeah.
like that game, but I find it very boring. I don't know why.
Well,
Bear
once you've
with me,
played
guys,
like
here.
action.
Cars 2.
Hmm?
Cars 2.
Oh, Cars 2
Cars
is legitimately a
2.
good
Toy,
racing game.
Toy Story
Is it
3
really?
is
Oh,
a
yeah.
good game.
Toy Story 3 slaps. That is a fun ass game.
Street
So-
Fighter, the movie, the game.
The
Prince of
console,
Persia, the movie,
the
the,
console
game, the
version.
movie.
the
The
console,
console version that Capcom made in house.
not the one
That
made
was
by
just
the
a
Golf
SF
Studio.
Yeah, that was just
Yeah.
like them being like, "Hey, we'll just do Super Street Fighter 2
Dude.
Turbo with these like Mortal Kombat looking
Street Fighter
characters."
Golf would slap so hard though. Where is that, Capcom?
Imagine that.
Capcom Golf.
Street Fighter
crossover.
Cross Neo Turf Masters. Let's go.
Dude, okay. Yep. Now you're speaking my specific brand of Spanish, dude. That'd be awesome.
You just gotta like stop Monster Hunter, stop Resident Evil, Street Fighter Golf.
Axe it all.
That's what we gotta do. Yeah.
I was actually going through my Genesis games recently, and I realized I bought a copy of Shaq Fu, and I'm like, when did I buy this?
Fuck
I
yeah,
bought a
frame
copy
it.
of Shaq
It's
Fu.
not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
didn't
good
mind it.
either.
It's just so
I
bad.
played that shit on the Sega Channel as a kid. I love that game.
I just love the
Sega
start
Channel.
of the game where it's like Shaq Fu, he's just walking around in Tokyo, and it's like, why am I in Tokyo? And then he falls into a portal, and he's fighting
Yeah,
some catfish.
some dude,
Doesn't
some
need
dude
to
in
be.
a shop is like, "Hey, you, come here. Why? Never mind this. Go in this portal."
What was the
Shaq is just like,
what was the Michael Jackson?
Pretty much.
Not Michael Jackson, no. Michael Jordan game. Like, was
Oh,
it
Chaos in the Windy
Oh,
City.
Windy
Chaos
City.
in the Windy City?
Yeah.
Was that one?
Yeah, it
Space
was.
Jam?
Amy Henning was involved in that game.
She was. That was like one of her
Yes,
first
she was.
games.
I'm surprised
Yes.
they never made. Whoops. Surprised they never made any Adam Sandler movies into games like Happy Gilmore, like a Happy Gilmore golf game.
There was a
cool.
little
It's a
Nicky
little
Game
Nicky
Boy
game.
Advance game.
I was about to say,
Oh,
there's
there
a
is?
little Nicky game. It was Game Boy Color.
Why? Why not Happy Gilmore? That would have made way more sense.
Oh, it is Game Boy
I'm actually
Color. Whoopsies.
amazed they didn't
Oh,
try to make
pixels.
like an 8 Crazy Nights game. I feel like that
I'm
would've
also fucking.
I would
Why
play
not
that
Click?
shit.
I have no idea how I
Click,
remembered
yeah.
this.
been- Oh
I,
my god. Click.
Have the guys who made like the Telltale Walking Dead's games make a Click game.
I love Click.
It's just like this like
That'd be hilarious.
convoluted
It's-
story.
it's not
no,
a-
it's like,
Jack and
it's like
Jill.
Ugh.
no, it's like Heavy Rain. Like have David Cage make the
No.
Click game.
No, the entire like Big Mama's House series, all 3 Big Mama's House movies, but they're like Telltale point and click games, like a very convoluted story.
No,
have
it's like
to
it's
look
like
for those.
no, it's like the Quarry. Like who's gonna die?
no, what I want is I want Little Nicky if it's like a Persona game with like relationships and shit. So like
Mama's House X Persona.
you can get into a relationship with
Shin
Popeye's
Megami Big
chicken.
Mama's house. You're recruiting them
all
like
I remember,
demons.
all I remember, this reminded me, but it was an old Metal Gear Solid 4 review, and when like Eva shows up and she's referred to as Big Mama, the reviewer just cuts to Big Mama's house, and he's like, no, not that Big Mama.
What a 2007 joke. I love it.
I was just like, damn.
Jeez.
Dude, they need to do like a Deuce Bigelow male gigolo persona, or not persona.
Now that's the Persona game. You're building your social links.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, oh yeah, dude, massaging women's feet and like whatever the fuck else he does in the movie.
Oh, those movies
Um,
are terrible.
Dude, holy shit.
I just remember.
I blacked out for a second. What are we talking about?
we were
Deuce
just talking
Bigelow
about
male
bad
gigolo
movie.
X persona.
I was just laughing because we brought up Click. That is one of the most poorly aged commercial ads for a movie ever. I just remember the scene where the woman's jogging. He's like, "Oh, let's slow things down here." It's
Yeah.
It's like, what
God.
the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
Though when he pauses it and kicks that
You're
dude in
in
the
my
nuts
house
like
now,
3 million
Grandma.
times, it's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
I
He's
feel
"Why
like
is my
every
face hurt?"
I feel like everyone's had that thought. Like, I wish I could pause time right now and punch you in the head. Like, I wish I could. If I had the superpower, it would be to pause
Absolutely.
time and push you down until you can't get back up again.
Wasn't Christopher Walken the devil in that movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is why it's not a good movie because they somehow underutilized Christopher Walken. Like, he didn't show up.
Yeah, you just gotta give him the screen and let him go, right? Like in Dune. Have you
Yeah.
seen Dune?
He's
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in Batman
Absurdly
Returns.
good for
He's-
no reason in that. In
That
movie.
that was when he put the watch in his ass, right? And Dune.
That was Pulp
Yeah,
Fiction.
it's the same movie. Yeah.
Do the line, Dave. Say the line.
Get the watch up your ass. I don't remember what the line is.
They put
I'm
the
not
watch
good at this
funny.
game.
up his ass.
I'm
I had
pretty
this
sure the first
uncomfortable
time I
hunk
ever
of metal
saw
up my ass,
Christopher
2
Walken in a
years.
movie was in fucking like Joe Dirt.
Yes.
Oh yeah, where he's the janitor and he's like, "You do that again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron." I'm just like practicing it, but then he gets to use it. Oh, that's
I'm just
character
like
development.
trying to think of like the kings of like overacting. Like it's got to be like Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper, Christopher Lloyd. Like just like
Well, honestly, my favorite performance of his
Christopher
outside
Lloyd,
of like
100%.
well, my favorite Christopher Walken performance, if you guys have ever seen the Country Bears movie.
I'm gonna
Jesus
destroy Country
God
Bear Hall.
Yeah, like
Christ
he's the
oh
villain,
no,
and
Country
he's like,
Bear Hall.
He's like a megalomaniac, like guy who wants to tear the hall down. He's amazing. He goes fucking hard. He goes hard as shit in that movie, and it's amazing.
There's an entire montage where like he has these models of Country Bear Hall, and he just keeps crushing them with a giant weight. And every time
he's not wearing pants for some reason. He has everything else, but he's not wearing pants.
But every time
he's just like, and he keeps crushing it, like, oh yes.
No, but the best part is every time he does it, he literally just goes, "Oh no, Country Bear Hall." Oh no, Country!
It's awesome, seriously. Like
And
it's
then
worth
you find out
it was a
watching
movie.
just for him.
And then you find
I
out
know the
later
Country
he's...
Bears from the parks.
Oh, the
Not a
movie is
movie.
legendarily awful because it's a bunch of animatronic bear costumes, and they
Oh,
like.
it's a terrible movie, but he makes it worth it.
Isn't he like the arm?
Makes it.
Don't they find out later he's like the arm farter? Like that's his whole like secret.
Oh yeah, he does that. Yeah, I don't know why.
What a dumb movie.
Yeah.
But I remember that.
Dumb movie,
fucking
but
see
it
kids
has
do that
Walken
anymore.
in it, so it makes it worth it.
Walken's the
I
only
love
reason
Walken.
you watch that movie now.
There's so many movies I've only watched because of him.
Jake, I want you to say a line from Joe Dirt. Go.
No, but I'll give you one from Country Bears.
Damn
Country
it.
Bears were torn apart by the perils of their own success, ego, jealousy, and a little too much honey. The fuck is this movie?
Another great scene. Elton John has a cameo in it, and the whole thing is they're like
Because of course he does.
the thing is they're
Are
like
you sure you didn't? Are you sure that's not the fucking horror movie reboot they did for Country Bears?
no. There's
Elton
literally
John's the
They are
horror in the horror version.
there's a scene where they go to Elton John's house and he's outside gardening, and they're like, "Was that Elton John?" They're like, "Nah, Elton John's taller." And then the guy inside's like, "Oh, that was Elton John." They're like, they like start beating up one of the bears for some reason. I forget the.
It is a weird movie. Like Don Henley's in the fucking movie at one point. Wyclef Jean. It's weird. Willie Nelson shows up.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. I can see that.
Oh no.
Exhibit. Pimp My Ride.
Dude, what Exhibit? I need to see this movie now. Anything
you
with
do.
Exhibit, I need to see.
Oh yeah. I
Exhibit's
love
just
Pimp My Ride. Do you guys ever play the Pimp My Ride game?
no.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not very
If you
good.
want to talk bad
You don't
racing,
But the
say.
show, loved that show. That show was so much fun.
I always remember like bad racing games. There's Jimmy Johnson's Anything with an Engine. That game's a piece of shit.
Wyclef
Do you guys
Jean.
know what Steven Seagal looks like nowadays?
No.
Have you
Yes.
seen Steven
He's a
Seagal
big
lately?
boy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
He talks like a fucking slave now, where he's like, "Oh hell, you gotta get these motherfuckers over."
He's so the same that he's always spoken in every
What's
movie.
wrong, man? You slipping? What's wrong, brother? It's like, why are you talking like that?
I was trying to remember who he was. I was just like bad action movie actors. And then
Oh, dude, you get
scrolled for a
Neil
second.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Neil
scrolled.
Breen.
I
Neil
scrolled down.
Breen's
And,
good.
I scrolled down on his Wikipedia, and the first thing I see is he is a supporter of Vladimir Putin. Wonderful.
Oh jeez.
See, I need Steven Seagal to, I need Neil Breen to direct a Steven Seagal movie.
Dude, Neil Breen would
I think
fucking...
I think
I feel like
Seagal's
he
just
would
trying
whip
to
Steven Seagal into shape, man. Neil Breen's
trying
the
to
hero
get
we
close
need.
to
No
Putin
more
so he
books.
gets some of that Google money. You know,
Yeah, maybe.
What's
What was the movie that he was in? And he was in the opening credits, Steven Seagal, and he died in the first 10 minutes. I think he was on a plane. Gosh, what movie was that?
Snakes on a Plane?
snakes on a plane.
Oh,
That's one I went to.
I can't remember. Was it on Deadly Ground? Maybe.
No, he was Native
I don't know.
American in that one, I think.
Oh,
Perfect.
He can play,
Oh,
he can
no.
play anything. He can play
I
anything.
love that. I love that.
And he wants to be black. Like he just
Yeah.
desperately wants to be black.
He
Just his thing.
desperately wants to be a
Seriously.
kung fu master or whatever, but he shit his pants that one time
Well, I
and got
think
put
he
in a
is.
sleeper
I
hole.
think he's like actually trained in martial arts. But
But he
Keto,
shit his
yeah.
pants that one time,
Yeah.
and that was great.
yeah, Seagal movies they're a trip.
I don't think I've seen a
They
single
have their
one.
place. They're next to Van Damme and Schwarzenegger. Some of them are better than others. I
If
don't
Van
mind
Damme
that.
ever released
Well-
that goddamn movie he's been making for like 100 years.
I doubt it.
He's been.
I mean, Schwarzenegger I would put above because he's actually starred in some like pretty interesting movies that are a little different
Yeah.
for him. But
is it
You
bad?
know, like the one where he got pregnant.
Classic.
Is it bad
Is
when I
it?
think of Schwarzenegger though? I just immediately think Batman and Robin. It's the Ice Age.
Oh, I mean, that's not a bad one. That's pretty, he was,
Yeah, that
he
shit
did the
rocked.
fuck out of
best
that
part.
role,
He's
man.
the best part of that movie. Yeah.
I didn't
love
even know
that
that was him.
Yeah.
They based.
The Iceman.
I love that.
Be
Nice
cool,
to
bad
see you.
boy.
I love
Yeah,
that
dude.
they based
Have
his
an ice
characterization off of like Mr. Freeze's first appearance, which nobody has ever used in anything else.
Yeah, they tried to incorporate like the animated series stuff with like the wife frozen everything, but it's like, it didn't work.
See, when I think of that movie, I just think of Batman and Robin clicking their heels together, and ice skates pop out.
I think of the back credit card.
Yeah, the back. Never leave the cave without it.
Without it.
Yes, George.
Or was it like the the fake lips or whatever? Like they put like silicone over their lips or something.
Poison Ivy, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember because there's like one line where Batman is just like talking to Robin. He's like, "Shut up, dick," and it's like, it's like what
like
dumb line.
Oh, isn't it like they're doing like a chase scene on the roof, and then for some reason Batman's just like, I'm gonna stop Robin's motorcycle so he doesn't get hurt, but he does it like on a roof where he almost slides off and fucking dies.
I think that's the line too with the
and like Alicia Silverstone's in the movie playing Clueless as Batgirl because that was the hot shit at the time.
I just remember the Robin line.
I hate her so much.
I love the car. Chicks dig
I hate
the car,
her as an
right?
actor. Fucking
like a red versus blue line.
But I will defend Batman forever till I die.
dude, Alicia Silverstone did this movie. I forget what the fuck it's called, but it's just another shark movie where she gets stranded and there's sharks. And like the entire
Probably
movie,
called another shark movie.
it probably is. And like the entire movie, she does this annoying fucking grunt where it's like, ah, like. Just look up Alicia Silverstone shark movie and watch
Let
it.
me
It's
see.
stupid, but it's worth watching because she's annoying as shit.
How many Sharknadoes are there now?
Like
Too
7.
many. The Requiem? Is that what it's called, Aaron?
Maybe let me look it up real
I type in
fast.
Alicia Silverstone shark movie. I get the Requiem.
In 2022. That's recent.
That
Very
might have been
recent
it, actually. Yeah. Yep.
And
That's it.
people ask, why was the Requiem so bad?
Because she's in it.
It's a
'cause
shark
she's the
movie.
main character.
There's only one good shark movie, and that is Jaws. Every other shark movie is shit.
Wait, on
That is the exact movie. Okay, confirmed. That is the right movie. Watch it. You will not regret it.
I don't want.
What's the one with LL Cool J and Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh, Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue?
Yeah.
Deep
I
Blue
like that
Sea?
one.
Yeah.
That one was pretty good. Yeah.
That's like one of the few that I'm like, it's not terrible, but is it as good as
And your
Jaws?
bar for shark movies
No.
is high.
Dude,
Jaws is
there's
hey, they set the bar high with Jaws. Okay, Jaws is still a great movie to this day.
Deep Blue Sea gets
Yeah.
extra points because there's that one point where Samuel L. Jackson is standing there like bitching to people.
We've
and that
got to
shark
get away out of here.
Yeah, that shark comes up behind him
It's
and just like,
iconic. Yeah, that is a great moment. I'll give it
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it's only because of Samuel L. Jackson. It's not
Not
because of
that
the shark.
Chappelle
Not
show
even
bit.
in the top 20 Samuel L. Jackson moments.
Deep Blue
Oh,
Sea.
no, probably
they
not.
ate me. A fucking shark ate me. Drink, bitch.
Yeah, he's one of those actors that just elevates whatever he's in, even if it's trash. It's like Denzel Washington, right? Like I don't want to see Gladiator 2 because I love that first one.
Oh, I
20
just
years
saw
ago.
that commercial. Yeah.
But I'm gonna see it because Denzel's in it. I don't even care if he's just playing Training Day's character in this fucking movie. I'm gonna see Gladiator 2 because of him.
I'm just thinking
Surprised
about
they're
the
even
Samuel
doing a
Jackson
Gladiator too, but
and the other guys when he jumps off the roof to the Foo Fighters.
That movie's great.
I got a confession to make. Sorry.
that was the song that played.
I love this has turned into a movie podcast.
It's
great.
my beer. It'll get you drunk. You'll be fucking fat girls in no time. You'll even fight someone or two.
That's Dave
Why are you
playing
yelling?
Samuel Jackson.
Bitch, I ain't yelling, because that's how I talk. Ain't you seen my movies? Oh my god, dude. Chappelle's show is so good. Listeners, go watch Chappelle's show.
Didn't last.
Fucking
nearly
stop
long
watching
enough.
this and go watch Chappelle's show.
Come back when you're done. Give us a report. I expect it by Thursday morning.
500 words. No more, no less.
Yeah,
Double-
please include the
double
top quote
space.
of your favorite shark movie and why it's Deep Blue Sea.
Yes. We used to do that one of these nights. Do a shark
night.
movie. Like we each pick a shark movie and we have like a fucking marathon.
God.
How many
Oh,
fucking
God.
shark movies are
How
there?
many are there? Like
There's
what,
a
12
lot of
shark
shark
movies
movies.
ever?
There's 7
No, there's a
Sharknadoes.
lot of shark movies.
Is there?
Trust me.
One
There's a
per
lot.
series.
Does-
Like one
does-
per
hundreds.
series.
Does Shark Boy and Lava Girl count?
No.
No.
Get
Well, I
outta
mean,
here.
There is a
Austin
shark.
Powers
does.
counts,
Okay, boys.
right?
I just
Can we just watch a montage of the wrestler Shark Boy when he tried to be Stone Cold Steve Austin for a while?
I
That
just
was
re-
fun.
I just remember that movie because
I don't know how much you
freaking,
guys know wrestling, but that was great. He got a head injury once, and then he just like turned, and he was just like cosplaying as Stone Cold Steve Austin. And instead of doing the beer, it was like clam juice. It was fucking
Ew.
weird as hell, but it was awesome. Like it was Shark Boy, like the shark thing, and he was just like, "I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin." It was
Dude.
awesome. I recommend looking it up. It's funny.
I googled shark movies, and the first 7 that came up, you're not gonna believe this. This is like the perfect lineup. So
No, I believe it.
so Jaws, Deep Blue Sea,
Yeah.
Shark Tale, Sharknado.
Hell yeah! Shark Tail counts.
with Will Fish.
fucking counts.
With Will
Hold
Fish or whatever. his
Open
name
Water,
Gonna slap it.
The Meg, Shark Night, and then
The
The
Meg.
Shallows.
No Austin Powers.
Is. I forgot about
That's
this.
weird.
I haven't thought about the slap in forever. That was a thing
With
for like a
freaking
month.
laser beams.
Yeah.
Sharks
Sharks and
with-
Austin Powers.
Freaking sharks with freaking laser beams on their
So-
heads.
It's
I
not a
like
shark
in
movie.
Goldmember when in Goldmember when he gets them. He's just like, "You're the best evil son and evil dad I could ever ask for."
Smoking a
So,
pancake.
so it's not a
Garden
shark
waffle?
movie,
Pipe
but
in a
Zom
can?
100
Bong in
has
a
a very
brains?
interesting
No.
shark
Oh,
scene.
yeah, the shark in Zom 100. It has legs.
Look, son, if
Er-
you've got an issue, here's a tissue. Greatest line
Don't
in all of movie history.
don't make me quote Austin Powers. I'll do it all.
I'm
the
doing
rest
it
of the
already,
fucking
man.
Show.
I can't be fucking
Well, there was
stopped.
no pleasing you.
I
There are
love
2 things I can't stand:
gold.
people who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and
the
the
Dutch.
Dutch. What? Dutch hater.
He's peeled off that
Oh.
big piece of skin on his arm. He's like, yes, that.
Why is
Oh,
that
that's a
something.
keeper.
Yes, that's,
That's
a
a
good one.
keeper.
Yes.
Why is it always,
Yo.
Why is it always the Dutch? Because there's that, and then there's the Billy Joel song.
Hey, man, I'm 75%.
They
Dutch,
have it
you
coming.
Son of a bitch.
They have it coming. I just did some deep diving because I was curious about shark related movies. Did
I'm
you
just
guys
kidding, Joel,
remember
I'm sorry.
the Spy Kids? Do you guys remember the Spy Kids?
Oh hell yeah!
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
the
Hell
Spy
yeah.
Kids.
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
yeah,
There
Robert
was-
Rodriguez.
It had Danny Trejo.
Well, there was a
Sylvester
spinoff
Stallone was there.
called
What
The
the fuck?
Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava
Yeah,
Girl.
I
that could be in
mentioned
this.
this.
Yeah, Bill mentioned
Yeah,
that. I think you blacked out again.
I must have.
Wasn't George Lopez in that movie
he's
also?
the villain,
He was
and
the
he's
villain.
a giant.
He's
He's
got
a giant face.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Stallone's a villain at one point. I love it. It's Spy Kids 3, where it's like the video game.
Oh, that movie's
like
so
Elijah
bad.
Wood Elijah Wood shows up and just dies
Immediately
Oh yeah,
dies.
yeah he's like
He's the guy.
He's the chosen
and the
one,
hero.
right?
That's my favorite
He's
thing.
the
is,
guy.
like, he's like, he's not the guy. I am. And then
I'm the guy.
they go into
yeah.
their first mission. He gets killed instantly, and all the kids are just like, "Okay,
you're the
Junie's
guy now."
again."
Yeah. I think the
That movie
kid
is
who played
good.
Junie. Yeah, what the fuck's his name?
I don't remember.
Okay.
They both came back for Spy Kids 4. I know that.
There's a Spy Kids 4.
Yeah, it had
That's news to
smell-o-vision.
me.
It had
Were
smell-o-vision.
they?
Are you
Were they
fucking
adults?
Morty?
Or is it just
Show
Spy,
not
Spy
invited
Kids
back.
all grown up?
Taylor Lautner, I
Oh
think, is the
my
one. Is
God.
he the one who didn't come back? I think.
No, Taylor Lautner
they-
was Shark Boy. He didn't come back for the Shark Boy
Okay.
sequel. That's what it was.
Right.
Well, I'm so
shame.
yeah. I don't know,
Why?
man. I saw.
It's crazy that the Spy Kids 3, each of the minions had was Joe Rogan. Like, I can't believe they were able to afford him.
He was cheap back then. Nobody
Oh
knew
yeah,
who he
you're right.
was.
You're right. That was
Yeah,
like
Fear
3
Factor era
JRZ.
Joe Rogan.
Chappelle's show. Let me tell you something you might not know about me, Joe Rogan. I smoke
Oh, fuck.
rocks.
Oh fuck, that was. Oh yeah, Mike Judge is in Spy Kids 3D. What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a lot
Turn
of.
down the lights,
Yeah,
please,
Mike
Joe
Judge
Rogan.
is just hanging out, like boy.
Sylvester Stallone also in Spy
Yes,
Kids.
yeah, Stallone. He's like the main villain of the whole thing. It's great. Like him and Antonio Banderas have a
Peanut butter
rivalry, and I'm
crack
like,
Oh, yeah.
sandwich.
see, now that's the Rocky movie I'd like. Those two beating the shit out of each other.
I always
That'd be
remember because
funny.
he's in the game. He's like, "Who should I bring with me? I want my grandfather." And he shows up in his wheelchair, and he's like, "What do I do?" And he just suddenly gets this power suit, and he's like, "See ya."
"What?"
He's like, "Bye, Junie," as he's running off in the distance, and Junie's like, "Well,
Yeah,
fuck."
yeah. Well, because he can walk
Goodbye,
again, he
Judy.
like tries to go rogue and like fucking kill him.
yeah."
Why are we still talking about Spy Kids, dude? Come
Why
on.
aren't you?
Because those movies
We're
are
talking
New
about
podcast on the network.
Yeah, Matt and I are
Spy
talking
Kids
about
talk.
Tyrone Bigum's The Superior Show.
baby.
Thank you, Red Balls.
We need the Spy Kids Chappelle Show crossover.
Dude, yep, that's the crossover that we really need in this
The
day
crossover
and
fighter, the
Maybe
Mugen.
Chappelle Show didn't last long enough. It didn't last long enough for that epic crossover.
No, there's enough
Wayne Brady
characters in
got a choke
Chappelle Show to make a fighting game.
They made they did a 5th Spy Kids. What the hell?
Of course they did.
Oh,
There's like
Jesus.
6 Home Alone
And
movies.
it's called Spy Kids Armageddon. Like what the fuck?
Holy shit.
Where shit
The
gets
end
real.
times.
Ragnarok.
It's the end times. We need the Spy Kids.
When did they become the
There's
X-Men?
like 6 Home
Jesus.
Alone movies. It doesn't surprise me.
That last one wasn't
Dude.
bad. I watched that. That Netflix, I think, exclusive.
No,
it's-
no
What,
thanks.
Spy
The
Kids?
barest attachment to the original one. I think they had
Well,
Buzz
Home
from the
Alone.
original movie was a cop in this one. I think it was.
Unless Culkin
Bears
shows up,
connection.
I don't care.
I just remember the third one with like the different kid.
I feel like he would now.
and he had
like,
a
he'd be like, sure,
RC
why not?
car.
Yeah, he's like in his arc of like he knows who he is. He's made enough money, and he'll do a cameo in AVGN. He'll do anything at this point. Just
See,
for the fun
I
of it.
feel like Culkin, like he got over the drugs and all like the weird shit, and
Yeah.
he's just
He's
like in a
married
good
with a
place
kid
now.
now. I think. Like
He's married to oh fuck, what's
The
her name?
kid
She was in The
from
Quarry.
Reese Witherspoon.
No.
Brenda Song.
Brenda Song, yeah, she was
Oh,
in
shit.
Sweet Life of
Oh.
Zack and Cody, the Prindle.
Oh, no shit.
I remember the Prindle.
Oh yeah.
And then
Would you
she's
like
in
me
the,
to turn on the radio? Would you like
Am
or
or
boom? Yeah.
Mr.
okay,
Mosley
correct.
was a beast. I love
Yeah,
him.
dude. Holy shit. Like
but,
how we're the
uh,
only
but-
ones that get that shit.
But Brenda Song, she's in The Quarry, which I thought was cool. But yeah, like Culkin seems chill. Like he shows up on Red Letter Media all the time, and he's just a perfect fit.
If you want to talk about like child actors that are in weird careers now, freaking Frankie Muniz is a NASCAR driver. Like
Is he
That's not
really?
weird. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He just
jockey I
straight up
expected, not NASCAR.
Frankie Muniz is just like chilling in NASCAR trying to find rides. Now it's like, okay, good for
Dude.
you, bud.
And fucking nobody knows where the fuck, like the kid who played Dewey in Malcolm in the Middle, I forget what it's like Derek Persullivan, I think. Like nobody knows where that motherfucker is. He just like disappeared.
He's
maybe
in the
3
SuperPod network somewhere. He's hiding.
Hopefully.
The best part
I
was
hope.
though,
he's,
like
he's hiding
hiding
around
in
in like the
Discord.
vents.
you'd be watching.
What's fu-
I was gonna say you'd be watching a race that he was in, and like the commentators would be like, "Oh, and here we have Frankie Muniz," and one's like, "Oh, Malcolm's in the middle right now." It's just like,
Shut up.
and I'm just
The
like,
joke, I'm sure, never gets old on NASCAR.
"Oh yeah, they
Well,
could,
speaking of Dewey in high school, a friend of mine, he looked just like Dewey, so we all just like called him that. And then he took his school ID and like made a fake one of like a picture of Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle on it. And for the last name, it was the no last name with no spaces, because there's that one episode where it's like their last name is no last name. And the funny thing is, he wore that for like 2 years, and nobody caught on except us. Like I'd seen
That's
security
awesome.
guards look at it and look at him and be like, "Yeah, you're good."
that was
You
like we had
security
a
guards at your school? What the fuck?
Yeah, we had like 2.
That's
You
crazy.
didn't have security guards at your school?
No, my school was fucking tiny, man. My graduating class was like 25 people.
Oh, mine was
What?
big. Mine was big.
I was in a vote,
I mean,
a
I
vote
had-
school, which was literally a hole in the woods. So
Yeah.
I had a pretty decent sized class, but they didn't even install cameras until I was already like leaving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
See-
had
No.
like cameras, the whole thing. We didn't have the metal detectors. It wasn't up to that point.
We
but-
didn't have that
See-
either, man.
I
Well,
plenty of
well,
bomb
the-
threats, though.
Podunk ass Iowa.
Well, that's the thing. We would have a bomb threat once in a while. There was one kid who like threatened to shoot up the school, and then like that day, like the cops just met him as soon as he showed
Oh, yeah.
up, which is
That
like I
happens.
don't think he meant it, but you know.
the
Well,
best
yeah,
thing
if
I
you
ever
mean it, you don't
Oh.
announce it. You just do
Well,
it.
yeah. Well, he only said that because he got into a fight and lost.
What the fuck?
figures.
We had a-
You
Because-
lose a
well,
I
because
do
we're
that
gonna
too.
Blow up the school because I lost this fist
Cool, because
fight.
where I went to high school, like
Kneeling
right
on the
across the
ground?
street is like the community park, and still to this day, that's where like all the kids after school just like hang out and smoke weed or whatever.
See, we in when I was in
Declare
middle
bomb
school,
threats.
we had
Yeah.
we had a legit bomb threat, and we like were out of school for like 2 days. So this dumbass thought, "Ooh, maybe we can get out of school for more days." So he legit went into the office and just put a note on the desk saying there's a bomb in the school. We never saw him again after that. No, we never saw him again after
That guy's in a
Oh,
fucking
man.
black site, a CIA fucking. He's
Bomb
in a
squad
dark
took care
room.
of him.
No, someone came into the
He got
classroom.
Genji'd like a motherfucker. He
He
got
was-
assassinated.
He was escorted out, and I think he got transferred to another school.
Agent
Legends
47
say
went
he's
up
still
behind him
being
with the tripwire.
waterboarded.
There was
Where's the bomb?
Where is it? We still haven't found it.
there was this
Been
one guy.
10 years.
Oh, what the fuck? I forget what his name was, but there was this one guy that went to our school. That's he went to our like game club after school where we played like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic and shit.
Fucking nerds.
And I thought he was awesome because he wore a cool trench coat and he was goth as fuck. But then,
And then he pulled an AK-47 on you one day. It was no longer cool.
He either
No,
pulled a
then-
gun or his dick out of that trench coat. There's nothing
no,
else.
he declared a bomb threat, or not like I don't know how he did it, but he threatened to blow up the school or burn down the school or something. So like they had to close down the school for a couple of days while they tried to find where this dude was.
God, I wish my school got bomb
was just
threats
at
and
home.
shit. We never got any of that shit. Like, we
You're
had
in
to go to school every day.
Oklahoma. Well, you're in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
There was
fucking
already a
people
bombing there
brought
once.
guns to
you're
school.
the
Like there
bigger
were
ones,
just
yeah.
guns in cars outside in the parking lot. Like
Again,
everyone-
you're in Oklahoma. That doesn't sound out of the ordinary.
Shootouts in
We
the
never-
fucking school parking lot.
Yeah.
We never had
We
like,
settled fights
Kicked
with
off school
duels.
property.
we never had weapons problems. We just had drug problems like all the time. Like they would do drug searches, and there was this one kid in my shop who was like such a pothead. Like he had it like all throughout the school. The second they announced the drug search, he just fucking vanished and like
It's a cloud of smoke.
like well he ran to his locker and then like went to 3 other lockers and then just gone.
Disappears.
Shit.
You know what's funny is whenever they bring in the dogs to have like the random like the
Yeah.
the pot sniffing dogs. It'd be
Yep,
so
I
funny how
remember that.
fast the parking lot would clear out as soon as the dogs came in. Everybody just fucking dips.
My favorite is one of the drug sniffing dogs. Someone had their lunch in their bag and the dog just like went and fucking destroyed his bag and it had no drugs in it.
Man.
It's just a fucking salami
was
sandwich or
infused.
something.
They're like, oh, we got something. Oh, it's just some kid Sammy. Fuck.
Not my
that
sloppy
good Nutella?
Sammy.
The
Not my
best,
Lunchable.
the best part was though, it actually.
Oh, I remember Sloppy Sammy. She was a piece of work.
You know what the best part was though? Because it was a school bag.
Hey.
All... this was the most hilarious thing ever. Like because it was a school bag, all of his like schoolwork was in there. The dog straight up ate his homework.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Thank
And the-
God for drug sniffing dogs.
The teacher literally like
God
was like
bless him.
the teacher literally was like, all right, homework time, and he literally pulls out this shredded thing and he's like, and they're just like the teacher literally just looks at him and goes, son of a bitch. He's like he literally was like, all right, you'll get this one. The one
It's like
time
you're-
The crack sniffing dog ate my homework.
he had the evidence right there. It was destroyed.
Tale as old as time.
That's amazing.
This on this paper just says I smoke crack, but then it's like the dog.
I thought
What is
paper
it?
dog?
Tyrone the dog? What is it? The
Paper
guy-
smelling dog. It detects paper.
I think another
He was just trying to snort the crack off the paper.
What is that
Yeah,
character
dude.
from Dave Chappelle? the
Tyrone
Got any more of that
Biggums.
crap? Yeah, Tyrone Biggums, but it's a
Wait,
dog.
Where have you been? We've already done this.
I know. I'm bringing it back.
Does Wayne Brady have to
Peanut
choke
butter
a bitch?
crack sandwich. Yeah, just wait. I said, give me a damn sandwich.
It's my only Chappelle show quote. That's
Oh
all I
my
got.
god, dude, that was so good.
For real.
Hose Dave Hose. That's it for me. Holy fuck, I'm lightheaded as fuck. Oh,
Do be like that.
how about you guys? Was that it? Is this the end?
No, I think there's a gas leak over there in your residence. We're doing okay.
No, that was a bomb threat.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline's got
He
you.
needs the tea. It's the only way it'll stop the bomb threat.
Are you gonna release the hounds or the bees or the hounds that shoot bees out of their mouth? That's
Sounds cool as hell.
That's a Simpsons reference.
I'm gonna
I
end it
got
on that one cool part in I think Resident Evil 2 or 3, the movie, not the game. Resident Evil 2 or 3, the movie, where they have that shotgun that shoots quarters and nickels and shit. That was cool. That's it. That's the end of this fucking episode of whatever the fuck this is, the SuperPod Super Show.
You are the master of unlocking.
How should
Do Mario.
do the Mario?
Swing your arms from side to side. That's all I remember.
Give me a round of goodbyes, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. We're real good at this, huh?
See ya.
We're a
can't
fine
do
group of
this.
podcasters. Very experienced.
We're fucked.
That's it.
Cooked.
Bye. Come on.
I did.
Oh, peanut butter and crack sandwich.